Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about building a fortress, a digital one that is, right around your Facebook profile. You know, it's actually way easier than you think to take back control, and we're going to walk you through exactly how to do it step by step. So let's just start with a quick reality check, okay? The whole idea of being truly anonymous online, well, for the most part, that ship has sailed. Platforms like Facebook are built to collect data. It's not that they're malicious, it's just their business model. They want to understand you so they can show you ads you're more likely to click on. But here's the thing, and this is the really good news. Just because they're collecting data doesn't mean you have to just hand it all over on a silver platter. You have a ton of power here to manage your own information, to lock down your account, and to decide exactly who gets to see your story. Now, before we start laying the bricks for our fortress, we've got to understand the lay of the land. The thing is, your life on Facebook, just by default, is way more public than you probably realize. And that can have some very real and sometimes pretty serious consequences. And this is where that line between our online life and our real offline life gets completely blurry. I mean, these aren't just hypotheticals or made-up stories. People have literally lost their jobs over a single post. Families have been seriously damaged. The risks aren't just about some abstract idea of data. They're about your actual life, your job, and yeah, even your physical safety. All right, time to get to work. Let's start building. Every good fortress, right? It needs a super strong main gate. And for your Facebook profile, that gate has two key parts: a killer password and a really well-managed friends list. So take a look at these. Do any of them look a little familiar? The ones on the left, they're some of the most common passwords on the planet, and you better believe they're the very first thing any hacker is going to try. The best defense isn't some crazy jumble of letters and numbers, it's length. So instead of trying to remember something impossible, think in phrases. A random string of words is incredibly hard for a computer to crack, but surprisingly easy for you to remember. Now listen up, because this might be the single most powerful privacy tip we're going to talk about. See, your friends list isn't just a list. It's basically the group of people you've given a key to your digital house. So you have to do a regular audit. That person you met once at a wedding 5 years ago, that old coworker you'd rather not share your vacation photos with, it's okay to do a little digital spring cleaning. Okay, the gate is secure. Now it's time for the high walls. And for that, we're talking about something called two-factor authentication, or 2FA. It's a fantastic tool, but, and this is a big but, it has this hidden trap that can actually lock you out of your own fortress if you're not careful. So what exactly is 2FA? Well, think of it this way. It's proof that it's really you trying to log in. Even if a hacker somehow manages to steal your password, they are stopped dead in their tracks. Why? Because they don't have that second piece of the puzzle, that little code that pops up on your phone. It's one of the best things you can do to stop your account from getting hijacked. And this is where the trap is sprung. You turn on this awesome security feature, right? You feel totally protected, invincible. And then, bam, you lose your phone, or it gets stolen, or it just decides to die on you. All of a sudden, that wall you built to keep the bad guys out, it's now keeping you out. So now what? And this is why what I'm about to say is maybe the most important step of all. When you set up 2FA, Facebook gives you this digital lifeline. It's a list of one-time use recovery codes. You absolutely, positively have to save these codes somewhere offline. I'm serious. Don't just take a screenshot that lives on your phone. Print them out. Put that piece of paper somewhere physically safe, in a drawer, in a safe, with your passport. This is the hidden key that guarantees you can always get back into your fortress, no matter what happens to your phone. All right, our fortress is locked down tight. Now we get to the fun part, being the gatekeeper. You are now in charge. You get to decide who sees your photos, who can write on your timeline, and who can even find your profile in the first place. And this is what that control really looks like. For every single thing you post, a photo, a random thought, a life update, you get to pick your audience. Is it a professional win you want the public to see, or a personal moment just for your friends? Or hey, maybe it's a really sensitive update meant only for a few specific people. That fine-tuned control is all yours, so let's break it down. Here are the top 3 privacy settings you should go check, like right now. First, your future posts. Set the default audience to friends. Think of it as a safety net. You can always decide to go public post by post. Second, dig into timeline and tagging. This is huge. It gives you veto power over what other people put on your wall. And third, limit who can look you up using your email or phone number. You really don't want strangers being able to connect your phone number to your profile. Look, a fortress isn't a build it and forget it kind of thing. The construction is just step 1. Maintaining it, that's what keeps it strong for the long haul. You gotta remember, good security isn't a one-time setup. It's an ongoing process and ongoing watch. And this doesn't have to be some big, scary chore. Seriously, just set a little 10-minute reminder in your calendar for every few months. The first month, check where you're logged in. See a weird device from another city? Log it out. Next time you get a reminder, check your connected apps. Don't use that quiz app from 2015 anymore? Remove its access. It's that simple routine that turns security into a totally manageable habit. So, you might be thinking, is all this really necessary? Well, let's put it in perspective. The digital world we're living in, it's huge and frankly, a little chaotic. Just think about this number, an estimated 83 million fake or duplicate accounts on Facebook. Now, that's not to freak you out, it's just to show you why protecting your little corner of the internet isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely essential. And that really brings us to the big question, doesn't it? In an ecosystem where your life, your data, your story, when all of that is the product, who is truly in charge? Well, by taking these simple but powerful steps, by building your own fortress, the answer can and should be, you are.